A very warm welcome, pinballers. We're back on the Pinball Arcade as we zip through Season 7. This one is Table Pack 68, which is Wild Card, published by Farsight in 2017 or 2018. Also comes with the table Spanish Eyes. Now both these tables are from the 70s. Spanish Eyes we looked at last week. By Williams. This one is 1977. It's an electromechanical table, so don't expect any bells and whistles. Well, a few bells and whistles, but don't expect any like complicated video display or modes. Had quite a low production run, this table, in the real world of just 901. So we'll see how it plays a bit of 70s goodness. What does it have on it? Well, it has some pop bumpers up the top there, standard flippers, some kick-out holes, a spin target through the middle, which you might already be able to see, and yes, just targets to hit really, and to get bonuses. So if you like the 70s tables, you'll like this pack. Spanish Eyes and Wildcard. Have a look at Spanish Eyes as well. Now, this table and Spanish Eyes gives you 5 balls as opposed to 3. A lot of the old style tables did do that. And then as things went on, it changed to 3 balls. Perhaps they wanted you to not be on the table as long so someone else could put some money in. Right, so I think I'm going to have to nudge this quite a lot here to keep things going. You'll see the lights in the middle in a sort of like triangle formation. We have to get them gradually all this up, going towards the top one. So, oh dear, and a drain already. And it's based on sort of like a card game, so you see the lights on the cards too. Let's get them lit. Mechanical score on the top left. There's a lady looking very un-PC nowadays, but this was the 70s and very different times and attitudes. There's one kick-out hole. Boom. There we go. So we've completed one of the goals. Oh man, I'm trying to hold the ball up here so I can aim it. Looks like it's very hard to get the ball to stop. Yeah, see. Oh dear. Right. But we've done 2 goals already. This is my first attempt ever at this table. Hurrah! Looks like the secret is to keep the ball up the top there with those 2 red pop bumpers and the various targets to get some points. Man, it's... Come on, I must be able to hold... No, you can't seem to hold the ball dead. What I like to do is just hold it dead, have a look at the table and the target to see what I can aim at. But what's crying out at us to aim for is that spinner, which we've just gone through, which is painted with a target on it. Yeah, so you really need to nudge the table on this one. Whoops, and that was super fast. So quite a quick go that, 126,890, so it looks like we're going to be having a few goes on this one. The older tables seem to have a lot more luck involved. This isn't quite as bad as Spanish Eyes for that. Spanish Eyes is a bit weird. It had 2 weird, 2 widely spaced flippers at the bottom and a pop bumper in the middle. Now this isn't quite as bad as that. I think that one was from 1972, so this is about 6 years later. I think the earliest table on Farsight, I might be getting this wrong, is Central Park from about 1966. If you like these old retro mechanical tables, they are there. But saying that though, as long as they're not by Williams and Bally, because from the 30th of June, which is time recording only a few days away, Farsight aren't renewing the licenses for those, so you won't be able to buy them. So if you don't buy them soon, well, it might be too late by the time you listen to this. If you don't buy them now, then that's it. But I'm sure there'll be some emulators where you can get them anyway, but not quite in this style. And they are pretty good tables. Good lighting, good ball physics. Right, now. Come on, let's get a good score for a change. There's another goal 4 done. Hooray! Whoop. Right, we can do this thing. Keep the ball up the top there. Now in pinball, quite often you'll get into a rhythm, and there'll be some days, there's the kick out there, there'll be some days where you just don't get into a rhythm at all and it all seems very, very difficult. Boom! Use the force. There we go. So if you have got friends on the PlayStation Network or also own the table, it will give you messages on their high score and how far away you are from that each time. If you want to compare your scores to mine, my handle on the PlayStation Network is njenkins7. I'm not on there a great deal because I tend to play mainly retro games, but when I'm on, if I see a friend request, I will certainly add you, so you can laugh as you go past my feeble scores on the table. And you can say, yeah, at least I'm beating Nick. Yes, there we go. Right, this is quite good. 248,000. Hopefully there'll be, hopefully there'll be some people's names that flash up on the screen which I beat. And you'll see that and think, oh my god, I'm worse than Nick, and have to go back on and beat me. Yes, right. Let's see if we can get up to 300,000. That'll be a good total. You see the ball there, it says ball 2. Basically we're counting down from 5. Good. Who have we beaten? We've beaten him. Hooray. 322,000. Now, with all these mechanical scores, the aim really must be, either in digital or in the wild, is to actually make it go right round for 999,000 back down to 0 again, because that would seem quite cool. Right, we've held the ball up for a change. Yes, it's very hard to do that, so I've got super skills. I really want to hit both the kick-out holes, the sink holes, left and right, and then get it in that aisle up the top right there, which is another kick-out sort of thing. There we go, and it'll kick it out again. Don't seem to get any points for that, so it's just a bit of a show-off thing to do. If you've seen this table in real life, let me know. It's extremely rare, I would have thought, just because how old it is, 1977. Oh dear, 404,000, brilliant, and such a low production run of 901. That's a great score. I'm on the high score charts, folks. 404,000. I don't know if I'm going to beat that. Let's give it another go. We'll have one more go on it. Wild card. See, there's some cowboys here playing poker. It's based on that, but there's no real cowboys on the playfield that I can see. What's happening there? But they are pieces of art. These things. That's why I'm looking forward to everything coming out on virtual reality. I mean, I think Zen Studios with their Pinball FX3 tables are a bit further ahead with the virtual reality, and they look great. I'm not sure what's happening with Farsight. They sent their customer service isn't brilliant, and but yeah, they try and cover everything, and I think they suffer for that. But anyway, I just review it not on the company, on the actual tables themselves, and it has brought a lot of joy to me because, as I say, I wouldn't have seen these tables in the wild, and it's good to compare them with the fantasy tables that Pinball FX3 do, Zen Studios. Right, I think I'm getting used to this slowly. Oops. Talk about setting yourself up. Boom. Right, so we got 3 balls left. That lady's looking a little bit cold sitting on the scoreboard. Hopefully she doesn't fall off, or we might have to call the ambulance. They sound very similar, all these tables from this era. Probably got the same electronic setup, I guess. Right, okay. Oops. Something I've never done on the Pinball Arcade is get involved in a tournament. I never thought I was good enough. But, you know, there's millions of people that take part in it, and you don't have to come in the top 10. You can easily get a position, 600,000, and try and beat that for next time. So, let's say I might get into. It might not form the most exciting video at all, so we might record it, we might not. Right, where are we? 170,000. That's not too bad. 2 balls left. Who knows how long I can go on for? Probably not too much longer, actually. So this is what it would feel like, I guess, in the wild, where it's playing a game of cards. Maybe. So the back glass and the playfield tell very different stories. Let's just see if I can get this over 200,000. So, yes. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yep, losing the ball quite quickly now. I tend to get worse as I go on. 190 odd thousand. I think we've got time just to splash in one more time, haven't we? One more go for luck. Okay, so this is the go that does it, I reckon. 5 balls. Don't waste any. So, do you prefer this table or Spanish Eyes we looked at last week? Because that ball drains super fast. Curses. Keep the ball up with those pop bumpers. I've taken the lock off, so we've got a chase view, as I like to call it. It's always more difficult playing it in chase view because you've got less time to react when the ball actually does come down the bottom of the table. But you might prefer it, I don't know. It shows you a bit more, so we'll take that off in a little bit here. Whoa. Good stuff. I do like a bit of pinball. Boom. Got so many tables to choose from nowadays, though, really. Well, at the moment, till Farsight cuts the licenses for about 60 of them. But there's as I say, there's Zen Pinball 2 as well, Pinball FX3. I do like the Star Wars tables there. And Farsight are going to concentrate, they say, on the Stern tables, and there's quite a lot of movie tie-ins there, most notably Batman, which I would really look forward to. And there's Austin Powers 2. I'd like to see a table made a reel with that one. Good. Simpsons also, Pinball Party, that's quite a classic table. So there's a lot to look, there's a bit of doom and gloom, but there's a little bit to look forward to as well, if indeed they do those tables. It's this licensing problem again, as you see, multiple licenses from Stern and Warner Brothers and all that sorts of stuff. So that's when it gets complicated and expensive. On our last ball already, oh, that'll teach me to jibber jabber. Let's try and get into a rhythm here. Easier said than done. So we're looking at this table then, in summary. You got those two sinkholes right and left, that kick out thing at the at the top right, standard flippers, you've got those lights in a pyramid you need to get up to the top, and the playing cards of course, and the central spinner and the pop bumper and those targets up the top, and that's pretty much everything. They don't tend to get over complicated, these tables from the 70s, but it's nice to see them all the same. Limited production run of 901 as we discussed. See if we can get this up to 300,000. Finish on a strong note. Boof. 280,000, 20,000 to go. It's in the balance here. Good bit of nudging. Yeah, we've done it. 300,000. What was you worried about? Boom, and we passed one of our friends again. That's it, 358,920. Good stuff. We'll call that the last go. So I hope you liked having a look at that one. That was Wild Card on the Pinball Arcade, published by Farsight Studios in 2017-2018. Season 7, Pack 68, and as we said, it also comes with Spanish eyes, based on the table from Williams in 1977. Thank you for watching that again. If you've got any comments about it, then please put that below, or anything retro. If you haven't already, if you can consider subscribing to the channel if you like what you see, that would be a huge help. If you want to help it a little bit more, there's patreon.com/njenkin. Every bit really does help. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.